so loud that it's hard to sleep in there. Is that something that needs to be fixed before a landing on the moon?
The Artemis crew is awake right now after at least trying to get a couple hours of sleep. Mission Control played the song Sleepyhead by Young and Sick to wake up the crew. That song was selected by the crew and it's one of several that will be used for that purpose. That's a tradition that dates back to the Apollo era. So Sam Kalai, what's the wake-up song you're choosing if you're heading up to space on the Orion spacecraft there?
Obviously, the wake-up show theme song.
Correct answer. Correct answer.
You got to rise with the sun.
Or I'm just saying Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
I feel like those rights are too hard to buy.
That's true. All right, well, here's something for free and for fun this weekend. It's the Spokane Valley Adventist Church. They're hosting their annual Journey to the Cross.
And the event invites families to experience the story of Jesus through an immersive walkthrough. It features a cast of 250 volunteer actors. We've got some of them up early with NonStop Locals' Jara Cottingham, who's taking us through.
Good morning. Just a portion of those actors joining me here this morning inside of the church's chapel, and it's where those who decide to come to the event will wait and go inside of the immersive experiences. I mean, you just look at these outfits here that we have different characters playing, getting ready to kick off Journey to the Cross on Friday. Joining me here is Pastor Teddy Shoup. Pastor, you've been here for roughly 8 to 9 years. Now let us know, when the community gets here, I hear there's a new sign-up method upon arrival.
That's correct, Jara. People come into the foyer here, and we're just so thrilled for the community to come in. They sign up, and then they can come into the sanctuary here to wait for their group to be called to go through the journey. This year we're adding something for those that maybe have children and they can't maybe wait sometimes as long as they'd like. We have a texting system that we're developing and trying to try out this year.
Thank you so much, Pastor Shoup. And now this is welcome to all ages. It is a free event. It's running for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, 6 to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 4 to 8 p.m. And now this is an event that's supposed to show you the immersive experience of Jesus, and all centered around Easter weekend. I mean, the smiles here are just beautiful. I'm told volunteers are coming from as far as 2 hours away just to be here and show that display. Reporting in Spokane Valley, Jara Cottingham, NonStop Local.
Yeah, truly a multi-faith event to be able to put this on year after year.
Yeah, and it is popular, attended by so many different people that they need that church holding experience before you actually walk through, because it can be up to a 2-hour wait.
Truly, it takes a village to create the village. When we come back, we're checking in with Dave and Molly.
This morning's hot topic, the April Fool's pranks for fake products. The companies who trick thousands on social media.
Nothing to fool you with in the forecast. We're just talking about a little bit more shower activity today. Some gusty winds today also, but then things quiet down in the perfect way as we head into this Easter weekend. Details on those changes and how warm it's going to get coming up.
Dave and Molly are in the house. Good morning. We're talking about your very popular Best of podcast.
Oh, well, thank you.
And the hot topic for today, we're talking about April Fools. Yes, it was yesterday, but a lot of you this morning are finding out that a lot of the things that you heard about online by major companies were just jokes.
Yes, they were just kidding.
Okay, so tell me what you think of this. Would you have fallen for this? How about this? This is McKenna Grace, actress McKenna Grace, doing a taste test for Raising Cane's, talking about Cane's sauce Coke. What do you think?
It was chicken flavored.
Gross.
Yes, it does sound.
Yeah, so chicken flavored Cane's sauce and Coke combo. Would you have believed it?
I thought they sold it well.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have believed it.
No,
But
even though they got an actress playing it?
yeah, they got a real person.
Okay, how about this? Top Ramen tried to come out and say butter flavored, or excuse me, Butterfinger came out saying Butterfinger flavored Top Ramen.
Hey.
Now that's
a whole bunch of stoned people going, right on, man. Finally. That's going to make it easier.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they say it featured a peanut buttery glaze and real Butterfinger pieces in the ramen.
that looks legit.
Depending on your state, that might just really solve a lot of problems for you.
Okay, and then how's this for breakfast? Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit flavored Pop-Tarts.
Actually, you know what? I don't hate that idea.
I don't hate it either. I mean, as long as there's no sweetness mixed in.
Right.
I love that these big companies really went all in on some of this April Fool stuff. I mean, the packaging, and it looks legit.
Well, yeah, and then you start sharing the information with your friends, and then eventually, maybe today, you find out, no, those weren't real things.
It all goes viral.
No Butterfingers in your Top Ramen. Sorry. No. You have to do it separately again.
All right, well, you can tell Dave and Molly what you think of these ideas or the pranks that you pulled today on their podcast. It's 6 to 10. I'll join you guys at 8:30.
Okay. We'll see you then.
Yay.
Don't lay a finger on my Butterfinger ramen. Go ahead and put that Butterfinger ramen down. We're going to get into that weather forecast right now. A lot of rain yesterday for many of us. In fact, some of the heaviest rain come in late yesterday evening into the early morning hours of today. We got around just shy of 4/10 of an inch toward the Tri-Cities. Some thunderstorm activity moved to the side of the Tri-Cities and over the top of areas like Walla Walla up through Columbia County as we went through yesterday evening. The thunderstorms themselves fell apart, but the moisture from them worked their way into areas like Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Nearly 6/10 of an inch in Spokane. We're at work their way into areas like Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Nearly 6/10 of an inch in Spokane. We're at 9/10 of an inch now in Coeur d'Alene. Big Story, Sandpoint, now over an inch of rain over the last 24 hours. What a way to start out the month of April. Talk about April showers. My goodness. As we start to look ahead, still a few lingering showers today. It's not going to be as wet as what we saw yesterday or last night. We're on the back side of the system, but a few showers are going to wrap around that system, so it's going to stay a little bit active, especially as we head through the middle part of the day today. By tonight, though, things quiet down, and we are going to have a quiet weather pattern as a ridge builds in as we head throughout this weekend. That ridge is going to give us more sunshine and a pretty sharp warming trend. We're talking about around a 20-degree jump for many of us in those high temperatures from today into the weekend, especially in the far eastern Washington and North Idaho. Let's get into that futurecast model, though. We do have to track a few more showers today. As we hit 1 o'clock, you can see how that shower activity is going to be rotating around that low pressure system. I think we'll get a little bit more light shower activity into the Tri-Cities. Again, not like we had yesterday. Walla Walla with some showers. Won't be too much longer until we're getting some of those showers into Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. Also, that chance is going to stay alive as we head into the early evening hours of tonight. And then by late tonight, those showers clear out. That quiet weather pattern starts to build into our Friday, and then those clouds really start to clear as we get you into this weekend. Saturday and Sunday looking like wonderful days right now. Great for outdoor plans, great for the Easter egg hunts that we're looking at this weekend. Still have winter weather advisories for just a few more hours into the mountain passes, Stevens Pass, Snoqualmie Pass, and especially Sherman Pass included in that. Quite a bit of snow this morning for Sherman Pass. That's one of the biggest areas of focus. If you can wait until after 11 a.m. when that winter weather advisory expires, should have some better going when it comes to crossing Sherman Pass. Snoqualmie Pass doesn't know whether it wants to rain or snow right now. It's somewhere in between the two. Not too bad conditions there. Taking a look at the high temperatures for today, topping out at 46 in Spokane, mid-40s continue into areas like Coeur d'Alene. Meanwhile, out farther west, a little bit more sunshine to end the day is going to help out those temperatures. 57 for Moses Lake and the Tri-Cities, 57 also as we look over into Yakima. A little bit breezy today also. Some gusts up around 30, 35 miles per hour, especially for areas like the Palouse. That's going to be one of our windiest areas today. And then things all calm down by the weekend. How about mid-60s in Spokane for our Easter Sunday? We'll keep those highs in the 60s to begin next week in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene Monday into Tuesday, but looks like changes are on the way with slightly cooler and unsettled weather by Wednesday. How about 70s for the Tri-Cities and Yakima? We're going to start those 70s on Sunday, keep them going into Monday, maybe even Tuesday for the Tri-Cities, but we will cool down again as we head into the middle of next week, Sam.
Now that weekend forecast looking great. Thank you, Justin. More to come this morning here on Wake Up Nonstop Local. When we come back, the accused shooter from the Gorge Amphitheater shooting now entering a plea, but in military court this time. The latest on that case as it transfers coming up in your next half hour.
You're watching Nonstop Local. I'm Kalai Chalk. The man accused of the deadly shooting at the Gorge in 2023 has pleaded not guilty in military court. James Kelly is being tried in military court because he's an active duty Army member. This is video from his first arraignment before the case was transferred to military court. He shot and killed 2 women and injured 3 others in 2023 while he says he was hallucinating on mushrooms. Spokane County Sheriff's Office is temporarily deactivating its automated license plate readers to comply with new state restrictions. Sheriff's Office says the change follows Washington Senate Bill 6002, which limits license plate reader use. Officials are reviewing future use under the law, and they say that they do not support the bill.
Widespread shower activity yesterday. Today the showers are going to be a little bit more scattered, but this low pressure system is right over the top of us. You can see the rotation there on our satellite and radar. The best coverage when it comes to these showers is going to be into northeast Washington and the North Idaho Panhandle. That's where it's going to be most consistently rainy. Could even have a few snowflakes mix into some of those northern valleys. Meanwhile, areas like Spokane, 60% chance of seeing some showers as we head later into this morning and then into this afternoon. As we take a look at the 7-day forecast, though, today's the last active day for a while. We calm down and warm up as we head into the weekend.
Coming up on Wake Up NonStop Local, the man accused of the 2023 deadly shooting at the Gorge appears in court. The charges he's facing and his plea coming up.
We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong.
Addressing the war in Iran, the president laying out his plan for the Middle East and how long the war could last.
Very active yesterday. Shower activity, some thunderstorm activity for a few of us. Today, few lingering scattered showers out there, but by tomorrow, a new weather pattern with more sunshine on the way. Details on how temperatures will be affected coming up.
And liftoff.
All that plus liftoff.
The crew of Artemis 2 now in low orbit will have what's next in that mission to the moon and back coming up on the Wake Up Show.
Wake up, you gotta rise to the sun. And here it comes, it's time to make the best of what you got to give. It's all about rising, and I wanna be there.
Good morning, you're watching Wake Up NonStop Local. Look at all our friends cruising into a Thursday. Thanks so much for being here, watching Wake Up NonStop Local. I'm Kalai Chalk.
And I'm Sam Adams. We're in the Weather Center with Justin Spinney. Can't help but think we saw that picture of all the cars. They look like little die-cast cars moving on the roadway. I wonder what everybody else is thinking up in space as they're looking down on us this morning.
Yeah, it really puts it in perspective, right? We're all small to someone. Some of the great message there for your Thursday. Good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. We are talking about pretty cloudy skies for many of us to start off our Thursday, but hey, maybe we'll feel bigger this weekend as we get that sunshine coming our way. We are going to still see that band of showers that many of us had last night. Brought some thunderstorm activity around the Tri-Cities. Tri-Cities, Walla Walla area, the Columbia County area. Then brought some heavier shower activity to Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. That's still lingering up into northeast Washington and the North Idaho Panhandle. But later today, we're expecting some more wraparound moisture from this low pressure system. So the chance of showers remains alive in Spokane as we head throughout the afternoon and into our early evening hours. By tonight, though, things start to quiet down and we're going to start to clear out that cloud cover. It's going to be a little bit windy also today into Spokane. As we look toward the Tri-Cities, a little bit breezy out there also. You can see some of those trees blowing around on our live camera there. A little bit more sunshine possible today before heavier cloud cover moves in as we head toward this afternoon. Shower chances will be lighter. I think we will see a little bit of light rain, though, especially as we head toward this afternoon in the Tri-Cities. But by this weekend, we are going to welcome in that new pattern that's going to bring us the sunshine and a pretty aggressive warming trend. We'll talk more about how quickly we're going to warm up coming up in just a few more minutes. Clyde and Sam.
All right, Justin, thank you. Well, President Trump has laid out his plan to end the war in Iran, saying that the U.S. is, quote, very close to finishing the job.
The president also said the U.S. is now going to hit Iran especially hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks and bring the country, quote, back to the Stone Ages. Here's Jen Sullivan.
President Donald Trump delivering a primetime address Wednesday to outline his plan to end the war with Iran, sending a stern warning if a ceasefire isn't reached soon.
If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously.
The war began February 28th after U.S. and Israeli forces launched multiple airstrikes targeting many of Iran's nuclear facilities and their leaders to force a regime change.
These core strategic objectives are nearing completion.
Iran immediately retaliated, launching strikes on U.S. and Israel targets across the Middle East. It's caused ongoing unrest in the region. The escalating violence has effectively halted maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. It's a key waterway for roughly 20% of the world's oil. The disruption has caused gas prices to soar more than 36% in the last month, now over $4 a gallon. But Trump downplayed the economic concerns and said Iran would have to reopen the strait because it needs to sell oil to rebuild.
That will resume the flowing and the gas prices will rapidly come back down.
The high gas prices have become a political pressure point for Trump. A recent CNN poll found 76% of people disapprove of how Trump is handling gas prices. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Republican leaders in Congress say that they're moving forward with a plan to end the Department of Homeland Security shutdown that's been causing major disruptions at airports nationwide.
House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune now say that Republicans will work to fully fund DHS using a true two-track method. Now, the plan appears to mirror that of a Senate proposal that was introduced just last week that would fund most of DHS while addressing ICE and Border Patrol separately.
After initially rejecting the Senate plan, House Republicans now appear ready to take up the measure. It's not clear when that vote will happen, though. The House and Senate are on recess through April 13th. And President Trump was in the front row for Supreme Court oral arguments as justices heard challenges to his executive order to end birthright citizenship. The president is the first sitting president to attend Supreme Court oral arguments. The separate branches of government have historically been kept independent of one another.
The Supreme Court currently weighing whether this order infringes upon the 14th Amendment. The Trump administration is arguing that the jurisdiction part of the amendment empowers the executive order.
Supreme Court's not been acting very well, actually. It was today on birthright citizenship. How did it finish up? Who knows, right? That's the problem. You never know.
The justices are expected to issue a ruling before the end of their term in June. Well, the man accused of the deadly shooting at the Gorge in 2023 has pleaded not guilty in military court.
James Kelly originally pleaded not guilty back in 2023, but his case was then transferred to military court this past February. He was an active duty member of the Army stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord at the time of the shooting. In this new trial, Kelly is charged with 4 violations of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Those violations include murder, domestic violence, and illicit drug use.
Kelly says he was hallucinating from taking mushrooms when investigators say he shot and killed 2 women and injured 3 others. Spokane County Sheriff says its automated license plate readers are being deactivated.
Spokane County Sheriff's Office says this will be a temporary deactivation to comply with Washington Senate Bill 6002, which imposes restrictions on ALPR systems. Now, they also say they're assessing how exactly they'll use this tool moving forward in compliance with the new state law. Sheriff's Office also did say in a release they are not in support of the bill.
We're scheduled to sit down with the sheriff later today to discuss the impact of the law. The time now is 7:36. Let's get to your top local headlines in the Tri-Cities and Yakima.
Here's Lainey Erickson.
Amazon has agreed to pay over $20 million to support water quality in the lower Umatilla Basin following a nitrate pollution case impacting thousands of homes in eastern Oregon. Many residents rely on well water they say has been contaminated for decades. The settlement funds will go toward improving access to clean water, but advocates and residents continue to push for long-term solutions, including connecting rural homes to city water. Yakima County is set to add a 9th Superior Court judge after lawmakers approved the measure with bipartisan support and the governor signed it into law. The new position was created through Senate Bill 5868. The addition is designed to reduce long court delays and improve access to justice for families and individuals in Yakima County. The administrative office of the courts reported more than 2,800 cases in the county are older than 2 years. The new judgeship takes effect June 11th with the cost shared by Yakima County and the state. For NonStop Local, I'm Lainey Erickson.
Lainey, thank you. Well, the crew of Artemis 2 is preparing now for day 2 of its 10-day mission to space and, of course, around the moon and back.
And our Justin Spinney covered the launch yesterday here for NonStop Local. And Justin, the crew is traveling in low orbit.
Yes, they sure are. In a successful launch yesterday, Kalai. For the first time in 50 years, astronauts from Earth have launched with a plan of going to the moon. Not to land on it, just to go around it, but just after 3 yesterday, 3:30 in fact our time, NASA's most powerful rocket lifted off on what is expected to be a 10-day trip.
Booster ignition and liftoff.
The rocket was traveling at more than 17,000 miles per hour, or roughly 22 times the speed of sound, before reaching orbit 8 minutes after liftoff. Check this out. This is a live feed right now from the spacecraft on NASA's YouTube page. I had the chance yesterday to speak with Gonzaga Prep Steve Schreiner, former classmate of Ann McLean, a NASA astronaut from Spokane. I asked him what he hopes the story and significance of Artemis 2 will be when we look back at it several years from now.
I hope it's the introduction to something much bigger. So like the plan that Artemis 3 would orbit the moon and then Artemis 4 lands on the moon, like this is a stepping stone, and every major scientific discovery has been built on something that came before it. It's the nature of science.
We've just learned the crew completed something called a perigee raise burn to adjust the Orion spacecraft's path. That means it's headed toward high Earth orbit right now. It's an important step in the preparation for the translunar injection burn, which is scheduled for 5 p.m. today. That will set Artemis out of orbit and on its way to the moon. Kalai and Sam.
Okay. All right, Justin, thank you. And also NASA has released the finalized menu for the Artemis 2, crafting space food to support the crew health and performance during the mission around the moon.
Okay, so food on the Orion spacecraft is shelf stable, very important in space, easy to prepare, also very important, and chosen to meet nutritional needs while also not needing refrigeration or resupply. Remember, what you see, what you get. Crew members sample and rate all these foods before launch, so the menu is already set. Final menus set as well. NASA says this menu now reflects decades of advancement in space food systems.
The neat thing about the food selection is it is so diverse. Different entrees that you wouldn't imagine can be rehydrated and actually good in space are completely fair game. And it's pretty awesome.
People are so smart. Each astronaut has scheduled meals and 2 flavored beverages daily. But what exactly is on the menu? How about this? The menu includes 189 unique items with almost a dozen different types of beverages, 5 different hot sauces, and maple syrup, strawberry jam, and chocolate spread. They've also got some options from cookies to chocolate and even cobbler when it comes to dessert.
And obviously this has to taste good, it has to be nutritional, and then the thing we don't have to worry about here, you have to be able to prepare it and eat it in 0 gravity.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, and that's why we've seen so many advancements through the years. I'm telling you right now, the folks 50 years ago, completely different menu and how it was probably received by the astronauts back then. All right, more to come here on the Wake Up Show. When we come back, a very special Teacher of the Month.
Queen Colin, a North Spokane school celebrating their teacher, Queen Colin. The 4th grade teacher's reaction when Sam, Justin, and I surprised her with the Teacher of the Month award. That's next.
It's one you're not going to want to miss. You might not want to miss this forecast either, especially with what we're talking about for the weekend. Still a little bit showery today. The system's still here, but when that system moves on, we have something nice in store. We'll talk more about what that is coming up.
Welcome back. This morning we are celebrating a very special teacher and school at, this is in North Spokane.
The teacher's name is Ashley Collin, and we surprised her with the Teacher of the Month award at Assumption Parish Catholic School.
And she was nominated by a sweet letter written by her former 4th grade student, Knox Swanson. This month's Teacher of the Month is Mrs. Ashley Collin.
I love every single one of you so much. Oh gosh, you make the world brighter just by being you.
She makes sure that everyone has a safe and inviting environment to learn in. Miss Collin pushes all of her students to be the best version of themselves.
And this is her class chanting Queen Colin. They talk about how she creates the best kingdom in her classroom for all of the students.
You know, Knox is my king, the young man who wrote that letter. First of all, had the courage to write the letter, first of all. then to read the letter in front of all of his classmates. I mean, my goodness, maybe Knox could be our next anchor in about 20 years or so.
Yeah, really fun day yesterday. You saw the enthusiasm level off the charts from her class. One of her students, though, this cracked me up. I don't know if you guys caught it. He went, "Is this an April Fool's joke?" Not an April Fool's joke. Mrs. Collin deserves that award. It's still yours.
All right, you deserve the award of meteorologist Justin Spinney, and you got that forecast for us now.
Yeah, maybe some awards this weekend for the forecast we have coming. Not so much today, though. It's not going to be a great day out there, we'll say. Widespread shower activity yesterday. Today is not going to be as wet. We're still going to have some of those showers, though, sticking around as this system is moseying on past us. Look how much rain we got, though, over the last 24 hours. Some thunderstorm activity sliding by the Tri-Cities, working its way into areas like Walla Walla and up toward Columbia County. Half an inch of rain into Walla Walla, just over half an inch into Spokane. Didn't get thunderstorm activity, got the residuals of it, though, where we got plenty of rain shower activity last night. So over half of this coming in the late night hours of last night, early morning hours of today. How about Sandpoint, though, in Coeur d'Alene? Up near an inch in Coeur d'Alene. We are over an inch of rainfall over the last day in Sandpoint. Some pretty impressive rainfall amounts here to kick off the month of April. The amounts won't be near as impressive today, but we still do have some lingering showers out there. As we head into tomorrow, though, we are going to welcome in a ridge of high pressure. That's going to bring us a much quieter weather pattern, and it is the perfect time for it. Right as we head into the Easter weekend, we are talking about much warmer conditions, a pretty aggressive warming trend, and with that, mostly sunny skies Saturday and into Sunday. We will enjoy that while it's here. Taking a look at our surface pressure, here's what's bringing us the active weather. Low pressure system. We're just off to the west side of it right now, so a lot of the moisture we're going to get today is actually going to be wraparound moisture from that system heading toward the back side of that low. That system's then going to move on and heading its way farther east. We'll wave goodbye to it, and we will say hello to the sunshine as we head toward this next weekend. Still have those shower chances today, though, as we hit 1 o'clock, looking like we could get some rain down toward areas like the Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, even getting some light shower chances already into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Those chances will stick around into eastern Washington and North Idaho as we head into this afternoon, even early this evening. Later tonight, though, those showers are going to start to clear out for most of us, and there we go with the much quieter weather pattern into Friday. Still a few clouds out there, and we really start to clear things up as we head into Saturday. Get ready for that sunshine. That's actually going to feel like warmer sunshine as we head into this weekend. Still getting a little bit of snow for our mountain passes this morning. Snoqualmie doesn't know if it wants to rain or snow right now. It's somewhere in between the two. Conditions aren't too bad there. Traction tires have been advised this morning at Stevens Pass, but honestly, the pass we're really watching closely is up towards Sherman Pass. Getting quite a bit of snow with that system moving its way into the northern part of our region. Once we get past 11 a.m., should be pretty smooth sailing. So if you can hold off that Sherman Pass travel just a bit, that would be your best case scenario. High temperatures today in the mid-40s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. A little bit warmer out farther west. Thanks to a little bit more sunshine before the sun goes down. 57 into the Tri-Cities and Moses Lake. Let's wrap it up here with the 7-day forecast. How about this? We'll take 60s this weekend. Mid-60s in Spokane on what should be a beautiful Easter Sunday. Highs stay in the mid to upper 60s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene into Monday and Tuesday, with a bit of a change expected by Wednesday of next week for the Tri-Cities and Yakima. We are going to be talking about temperatures in the 70s as we hit the back half of this weekend. Klein Sam.
All right, Justin, thank you. The U.S. Embassy in Baghdad now urging all Americans there to leave Iraq immediately, citing concerns over potential terrorist attacks out of Iran.
That's our top story in Morning Rush. The warning comes after President Trump addressed the nation last night, saying strikes on Iran will intensify for the next 2 to 3 weeks before he says, quote, the war comes to an end. Stocks fell and oil prices rose following the address. U.S. gas prices now averaging more than $4 a gallon. It's above $5 in Washington state.
Man accused of that deadly shooting at the Gorge Amphitheater has pleaded not guilty in military court. James Kelly being tried in military court because he is an active duty Army member. This is video from his first arraignment before that case was transferred to military court. Investigators say that he had shot and killed 2 women and injured 3 others in 2023 while hallucinating from mushrooms.
Idaho security company owner Paul Truitt has been ordered to pay $3,000 in fines for laws broken during this Kootenai County Republican town hall when his security guards dragged a woman out. Truitt was found guilty in December of 2 misdemeanor battery charges and security violations. Court documents show he can complete community service to avoid jail time.
Spokane County Sheriff's Office says it is temporarily deactivating these automated license plate readers to comply with new state restrictions across Washington. Sheriff's Office says the change now follows Washington Senate Bill 6002, which limits license plate reader use. Local law enforcement agencies, though, they say they are reviewing future use under the law. They say they do not support the bill. And Yakima County will now add a 9th Superior Court judge after Washington state lawmakers passed the measure and the governor signed it into law. This new position, created through Senate Bill 5668, is intended to reduce long court delays there. It takes effect June 11th. Again, our other top story that we have been following this morning, of course, the launch yesterday on Artemis 2 and now the low orbit over Earth.
Okay, and you covered this yesterday, and you were just telling me, Justin, that this space that these four are traveling in is about the size of an SUV.
Yeah, not very big. And to make matters worse, they had some toilet issues on the aircraft as they were first heading up. Sounds like those have been resolved. So all systems, they go.
Okay, next stop, by the way, not back to Earth. If all goes well, going to the moon and back. They'll be in orbit. What an historic mission. We get to see it all live on this live feed.
All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you back here on NonStop Local tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
I'm Sam Adams. You're watching NonStop Local News. Idaho security company owner Paul Truitt has now been ordered to pay $3,000 in fines for laws broken during a Kootenai County Republican town hall. Truitt was found guilty in December of 2 misdemeanor battery charges and security violations. Court documents show that he can complete community service to avoid that jail time.
Today we're going to have a few more scattered showers wrapping around the backside of this low pressure system that brought us all kinds of rain yesterday. So by late this morning into this afternoon, we're still tracking some rain showers into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. And by tonight, we'll start to see those showers clear out. And that is going to lead us into what's going to be a pretty quiet, sunny and warmer weekend. High temperatures getting all the way up to the mid-60s by Easter Sunday in Spokane. We'll keep those highs in the 60s into Monday and Tuesday. By Wednesday, looks like a cooler and unsettled weather pattern will make a return.
This morning on Wake Up NonStop Local, presidential address. President Trump's timeline for the war in Iran as the U.S. Embassy in Iraq says, get out now.
Plus, another bond on the ballot for the East Valley School District. How it's hoping it'll pass this time after failing just 2 months ago.
Also this morning, this bud's not for you. A high-speed chase involving a beer truck.
The moment deputies deployed stop sticks and the suspect making a dangerous move. It's all caught on camera.
Our Thursday forecast looking a little rainy, not as rainy as what we had yesterday, but changes are on the way that are going to bring us a lot more sunshine and much warmer temperatures. Details on those changes coming up in your forecast.